Hello everybody, welcome to Youth. Wait, let me check my sound. I'm always like, no volume. Anyway, how's everyone's Saturday been going? Welcome to Youth. Saturday night, 7 o'clock, as always. I have exciting news. I've invented a new mocktail. This is Ribena with bitters. I call it the young adult. On brand. Alright, so we've got a few things on tonight. We're playing games at the end, like usual. We've got, we're going to cut to Susie for some news, and we've got a special speaker. So, with no further ado, let's cut to Susie with the news.
Some news with Sue. Let me introduce you with a couple of jokes. And why don't I show you first of all, what a delightful little girl. No idea if I'm actually on air, so this could get really, really embarrassing really, really fast. But let me ask you, at what time of day was Adam created? A little before Eve? Why didn't they play cards on the ark? Because Noah was standing on the deck. Ha 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 ha. This is a good one for all you unemployed people out there. Why did the unemployed man get excited while reading the Bible? Because he thought he saw a job! Now, I know in youth, more relevant to what you would be requiring are some pickup lines. So please, let me share a few with you lonely hearts out there that are looking for the perfect little angel. Don't come near my girl. Are you ready for it? Here we go. Oh, Lily, don't touch. All right, here we go. My spiritual gift is my good looks. It lifts people's spirits. Use that one if you like. How would you like to join my purpose-driven life? I didn't know angels flew this low. And here's the last one for you today. Is it a sin that you stole my heart? There you go, guys, for all you hopeless romantics out there who need to find a lovely Christian person. Why don't you try one of those lines? Now, the news for today are two basic things, very important things. Number one, Bible studies have started for youth. So if you would like to join in, on Wednesday we have a girls one, Fridays there's a boys one. There are more happening. You just need to let us know that you're interested and we will get more going on for you. Or you can join the ones that are already happening. So let us know if you want to be a part of it. And if you would like to send us in videos of any cooking shows or anything like that that you would like to do, we would love to see them. Speaking of, let's cut back and see what Ash has got for us. Ash?
Hello everyone, just enjoying a refreshing beverage. It's fantastic. Alright, so now with that done, thanks Suze, let's cut to...
More going on for you. Or you can join the ones that
Hold
are
on.
already happening.
Sorry about that, Susie was listening to herself. Alright, and now with that, no further ado, let's have a message.
Hey guys, I hope you all are doing good. I know it's Easter time, but can't wait for it to be over. And I think we are closer to the end, hopefully. I just thought I'd share with you all something that has been revolving in my head this whole week. I did start writing a completely different message and had to rewrite everything to this. So here it is. And Peter answered him, Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on water. He said, Come. So Peter got out of the boat and walked on the water and came to Jesus. But when he saw the wind, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, he cried out, Lord, save me. Jesus immediately reached out his hand and took hold of him, saying to him, O you of little faith, why did you doubt? And when they got into the boat, the wind ceased. And those in the boat worshipped him, saying, Truly you are the Son of God. Matthew 14:28-33. You see, an interesting fact here is that Jesus walking on water was mentioned in 3 of the 4 Gospels: Matthew, Mark, and John. Today's reading was from Matthew. There's a slight difference though. So in all the 3 chapters, Jesus walked on water. But only in Matthew, we see that Peter walked on water. Different, right? This story of Peter made me understand a few things, which I thought I should share with you all. The first was about him asking God. Ask. We all pray. We all ask God for things, right? I'm sure each of you have had at least one person in your life tell you, definitely God answers prayers. But it's not always a yes. It could be a yes, could be a no, or it could be wait. And we don't generally go down into the path of thinking of the consequences of our prayer. We see in this story that Peter put his bold front on and asked God for something that was crazy, to walk on water. Do we ask for things like that? I'm sure we do. But God answers? He did answer in this case. And he answered with a yes. He said, come. Which brings me into the second point. It was time to act and obey. We ask God for things, and when he does answer, do we obey and do we act? Oh, it must have been crazy, right? Can you imagine the scene? It wasn't up in fancy Sorrento on a paddle boat. It was in the middle of the sea. The sea was raging. There was a storm. It was insane. And most times, the answer to our prayers seem like that. They might seem so far away from what we actually asked God for. But are you still waiting to get off that boat? Are you ready to leave your safe, your comfort zone and step out into the water? Are you ready to take that little step? We need to take that first step. Little is more in God's eyes. We need to give him the little we have. It could be the little creativity that you're seeing through this time of ISO, that little baking skills that are coming out, that little talent that is hidden inside you. Because only when you do take that little step, he can use it for his glory. Because only when we do offer ourselves to him to use us as vessels, can he fill us. And he won't just fill us, he will overflow us with his presence. Jesus told Peter to come on water. Even though it made no sense, Peter did what Jesus asked him to do. This calls out to my third point, which is believe. Ask, act, believe. Trust God. Believe him through the process. Most importantly, keep your eyes on him. Although a storm surrounded him, Peter looked to Jesus. In life, we get so caught up with things, with work, with friends, and we lose our focus. Many start the journey, but very few finish the journey. Once you've started your journey, keep walking towards that goal. Keep your eyes on the prize. It's my sister's favorite quote. Keep your eyes on the prize, keep your eyes on the prize. So keep your eyes on the prize. Peter was all good foot skiing on water until he made that tiny mistake, the tiny doubt which the devil puts into our head. Does it happen to you? It happens to me all the time. You have that voice telling you, you can't do something. Nah, you're not good enough. Who's going to watch you do that? Who's going to listen to you when you do that? all that negative stuff coming into your head, it's not God. Don't let that bring you down. Don't let that discouragement pull you down. Trust in God. Believe in God when you do something. When you take that little step, completely give it to God throughout the process, not just till you take that first few steps like Peter did and then doubt him middle way. Doubt him never. Through the whole process, stick to what God said in the beginning. Trust him, believe that word with all your heart throughout the process. The principle is clear. Keep your eyes on Jesus. Fear will sink you. When Peter had faith, he walked on water, and when he had fear, he began to sink. And the same is true for you and me today. Fear will sink you. When Peter had faith, he was able to walk on water. And when he feared, he sank into the water. The same is true for you. Fear will sink you. But if you do fall like Peter, don't think Jesus is going to disappear on you. He will still be there, standing there, waiting for you to reach out and ask him to save you. When we cry out to him to rescue us, he will. So remember, like Joshua 1:9 says, have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Wherever you go. Right? God is going to be with you wherever you go. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. And especially for such a time as this, we need that faith. There's so much uncertainty out there today. So many more questions that we don't have answers for. We might not see the fruit straight away, but keep holding on. As 2 Corinthians 5:7 says, for we walk by faith and not by sight. Jesus doesn't ask us for much. He asked us to have that faith as little as a mustard seed. In the Bible, Jesus tells us another story to make things clear. The parable of the mustard seed and the yeast. He told them another parable. The kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed, which a man took and planted in his field. Though it is the smallest of all seeds, yet when it grows, it is the largest of garden plants, and it becomes a tree, so that the birds come and perch in its branches. He told them another parable, so a parable inside a parable. The kingdom of heaven is like yeast that a woman took and mixed into about 60 pounds of flour until it worked all through the dough. You see here, faith unleashes the supernatural in Peter's story and in your story. He uses the little things of the world to accomplish his greater mission. While you're on this journey, don't think, oh, you've been believing for so long, you've been having this faith for so long. There will be a time when you reach your receiving end. There are two aspects of receive that I observe here. One is for Peter, and the other was for God. So because of his faith, Peter was rewarded and granted his prayer request. And the other one, for God, your faith in him and your willingness to allow him to use you as a vessel draws people to see and to witness miracles. And God receives the praise and glory for that miracle. When you let him use your life for him, He will. People are watching you. It's true. People are watching you. Life's big journeys you take impact not just you, but the people around you. So make sure your impacts are leading other people to a closer walk with God, to a higher level with God. So if you are watching me today, I encourage you to go get off that boat. Take that little step of faith. Because like Peter, you too can walk on water. God bless you.
Hey, great job, Smyrna. Maybe I'll get close to the camera. Yeah, great job. So, guys, I hope that encouraged you and blessed you. Like we say every week, we're missing you guys, and if you ever want to reach out, if you're struggling a little bit, feel free to. Right now, we're going to jump onto Zoom and play some games. So, standard speech. You should have been sent a link with the meeting invite or the code. If you haven't got one of those, contact the leader immediately. But your parents might have even got it in the church updates group. So make sure you jump on now, play some games, we'll hang out, have a bit of fun. Yeah, good. See you then. All right. Bye.